So today we're going to be doing the famous Ford F-250 30mm rear sway bar on the Excursions from the forums. As you can see, I have a used sway bar and all the brackets I got from a junkyard. I got it from a junkyard on the East Coast called Cousineau Auto Parts. It's a recycle center for automobiles, and they have their eBay store and a website. I'll link them down in the description. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but I'll leave all their info and with like website information down in the description below. They had it sent to me quickly for being throughout the days of the holiday shipping times. As you could see, I painted it since it was rusty. It came with the bushings, but I have a replacement for those from Energy Suspension. It came with the hardware, except the only thing I did get were these brackets from Tasca parts on eBay. As you could see, let me see, so you can see the part number. E5TZ 5B498-AA. And I got two of those since they didn't ship those out due to those being rusty and they were not in acceptable condition. It came with the U-clamp brackets that clamp around the diff center section, along with the ones where they house the bushings inside. Came with 3 of the nuts. One fell out of the bag where it was shipped in. I don't blame them. I mean, it was holiday shipping times. They throw stuff around. I just got some hardware from my hardware store along with some washers. And what I did get, this Energy Suspension polyurethane kit, part number 4.5187R, rear 30mm sway bar bushings for the Ford 30mm sway bar that go on the F-250's 30mm, also goes on the F-350, F-450, the single rear wheel. And I believe maybe the Excursions came with them, but in the later years. And for the reason I'm doing this mod is the Excursion is a 2000 year, and it didn't come with the towing package. Well, the sway bars weren't available until 2003, I believe, but you may have gotten them if you opted for the towing package and had it all like with the highest trim. But my dad didn't get it like that from the dealer. And we're doing this mod since well, it doesn't need it, but I mean, you could use the safety and the benefits of a rear sway bar on a almost 9 to 10,000 pound vehicle, and it's gonna add great stability on the freeways. When you go passing vehicles or vehicles pass you, you're not gonna go side to side. And what I also want to mention is that I also got a tub of grease, part number 9.11104 Formula 5 Prelude. It's a little small, tiny bucket of the grease that you're going to be using for the kit. And I have the end links that mount from the frame to the sway bar. And this kit comes with these bushings. I had them installed already. And in the packet comes with the new bushings for these. And it comes with all the hardware to mount the new end links. And yeah, I'll show you something on the Excursion right now that we have to talk about. Excuse me as I turn on the flash a quick moment. Okay, so here we are under the Excursion, and all the Excursions came with this plate, shield, whatever you want to call it, on the passenger side, the right side of the vehicle, shock mount. As you can see, it's mounted here, and in order for the sway bar to mount, it mounts on that little nub you see right on the center section of the diff, that little thing sticking out right there. And this is in the way of installing it, so we have to cut it right along the line I did with my finger. And on top, where I did the line as well, you could remove it or you could just cut it on the vehicle, but your choice. And And as you can see, the other side doesn't have it. This side, I don't know what the purpose is of this plate for, but as you can see, it's right there. So what you want to do is, once you install it like that, once you install it or cut it, then you can mount everything piece by piece, and I'll have a, more depth into it later on in this video or another video. Thank you for watching. I'll keep up with part 2. Okay, so here we are under the Excursion. As you can see, here are the end links hanging. They're loose. These are the energy suspension bushings I have on here. Up here they mount to the frame through this hole up here. And it's the same for that side as well, as you can see. It's just mounted through the frame with one bolt. Then you put the washer and the nut on the other side. You just have to make sure that they're lubed up very well. And for the mount of the rear sway bar, we have the rear end jacked up, so it gives us more room to slide the sway bar up and over the differential right here. As you can see, we have to slide it up and over the drive shaft. And I'm going to describe the way right now the sway bar mounts with the brackets. So here we have the U bolt, which goes around the differential housing, and you see these little nubs right here on the axle. And this bracket right here, this little center hole, is used to align it on this piece right there on the axle, and this locates it vertically and horizontally so it doesn't wobble. So what we're gonna do right now is put this U bolt up. I'm not gonna mount the sway bar right now, but this is just for demonstration purposes, since I can't film and install it. And some trucks have the rear brake line up back on the right behind on the axle tube. So just make sure that you pass this under the brake line, so you don't break or bend the brake line. And once you have the U-bolt centered roughly approximately on the thing, and you make sure that your clearance for the brake line in the back, then once you what you're gonna do is slide this stabilizer bracket. Allows me to. What you're gonna do is mount it like that. Then what you would do is bring the sway bar and put it in the center of the sway bar bushing. You would mount it right here in this little square. On both sides you would of course need help, and once you have that done, well, for since I have bigger bushings, I'm gonna need spacers in between the bracket and this bracket. So once you have the sway bar bushing in here with the sway bar, you're gonna slide this up and over, and then follow with a washer. Then follow with a washer, and then the nut. And I do want to shout out Energy Suspension for the bushings. Cousineau Auto Parts, which is a junkyard in the East Coast. They provided the sway bar. It was shipped great and came with mostly everything except for 2 brackets, which those 2 I got from Tasca parts on eBay. They were the only ones that had this bracket in stock. So with the help of them, having them I could source them online through their website, and I found that they were on eBay, so I bought them. And that's gonna be the famous Ford 30mm sway bar off of F250 on the Excursions. And one thing I do want to know is this bracket right here, which is the shock absorber mount. This bracket would be right here approximately, and I had my dad cut it down to right around this section of the bracket. You just need it just so you could clearance this, because you won't be able to slide. I have this here since the brackets are right around here. And you will need to notch the top as well a bit, just it's like about half an inch up top, and that's gonna be good only for this side. That side doesn't have it, as you can see. Or what you could also do is grab the right side F250 bracket from the donor truck you get the sway bar from, and just swap it out. And you have this U-bolt as well that mounts the same way with the locating pin in the middle right here. And you just pass the U-bolt and place the bracket and just tighten it down. I hope this video helps you, and I will give a review video later on. And thanks to Energy Suspension, Tasca Parts, and Cousineau Auto Parts, the junkyard that provided the sway bar for this video and that we made the video on. I will link most of the links that are available to where I got the products from. And that's it. Hope you like this video, and please share it with your friends, or if you are interested, don't hesitate to ask me for questions. If you want to do this on Excursion, it's a great mod, and I would follow up with a review video on the highway. I do not have a before video, so that's the bad thing, but we'll see from my dad's perspective when he drives it, and our perspective. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. So here we are under the Excursion with the sway bar installed. As you can see, it's mounted. It goes over the axle on that side. I did have to flip the end links for some reason. They weren't fitting. Usually they go in through here and they mount on this side. But when I had one side connected, it wouldn't allow me. So when I flipped them around for both sides on the outside of the frame, this part, they lined up. So I'm not sure why or what. Maybe I think it's the end links I bought. But as you can see here, it's mounted good. Here's why you have to cut the bracket off, and you have to trim off a bit of the top, and it barely clears the shock bracket right there. And here's the bolts. I put 2 bolts as jam nuts that I had laying around. You can see it's all greasy from the energy suspension grease. It's very tacky, that's what I'm going to say, so be careful when you're handling it, as it gets all over and it's hard to take it off. What I do use to take it off when I get it all over me is, what is it called? Fast Orange? Fast Orange, the degreaser, the one in the orange bottle, the big one that has a pump. That one's good. As you can see, I greased it up. Everything's good. I'll see you on the next video that I do of the install. And here's a 430mm sway bar from an F250 on our Excursion. So thank you for watching. Okay, so here I am on the computer right here. And as you can see, for you to a list of the part numbers that you may need, we're here on powerstroke.org. If you search powerstroke.org 30mm sway bar, you get this, and you get the part numbers list on here. This is if you're gonna get everything like online or one by one. But I mean, if you went to the junkyard or just grabbed it from a truck, it should have everything. As you can see, there are the part numbers and the quantity of how much each right there. And let's pull up this picture right here. This is a great forum, as well as for truck enthusiasts. As you can see, here are the 2 brackets that hold the bushings that go on top of these. These are the ones that I bought from Tasca. These are the end links that connect from the frame to the thing, and here are the U-bolts or U-clamps, however you want to call them. As you can see, it mounts over the differential. The way I put it on was I grabbed it from the passenger side and I passed it over the drive shaft. With the help of my brother, we just like moved it around, wiggled it around, and we were able to pass it over. But you are gonna have to lift up the back side, like from the hitch, so you have enough clearance between the pinion and the exhaust tubing. As you can see here, it mounts. The U-bolt goes around the axle tube right here. You got this bracket right here. You place the sway bar with the bushing on. You slide the bracket bolts, and here are the end links that go to the top. Sorry for the slow internet, but I'm not in a good room where I get the good reception. As you can see, here's how it mounts from the frame to the sway bar. So you pass the sway bar link through the frame, and it goes on the outer side of the frame in between the leaf springs, and it's offset and offset. Here's where I got the junkyard. Here's the junkyard I got the sway bar from. Put up the brightness. I'm not sure if this is how you pronounce it correctly, but I think it's called Cousineau Auto Parts. They're out of Wisconsin. They have 2 locations, one in Appleton and one in Schofield. They have their own website. As you can see, there's the phone number. And they have a lot of inventory, a lot of used trucks that you could get their sway bar from. Of course, being that everything's in good condition, they'll send you everything. As you can see, it's huge junkyard. This is one of their locations. There's their contact info for both their locations. And as I said, they have their own eBay store. Right here. This is the bracket I got off Tasca from eBay. Since the ones from the junkyard, they told me that they didn't have this one since it was in bad condition due to rust. Which I believe because it's the East Coast and there's a lot of snow. I got these. I bought 2, one for each side. And Tasca shipped them out quickly. Tasca was the only place that had them in stock at the moment. And there's some new ones that were put online here on eBay and on their website. And we took it to the far, like I'm gonna say like 150-mile trip, the Ford Excursion. We drove it, and it handles good in turns. It's better. You don't feel the back like wandering a lot. But I am gonna say that there is more like vibration through the cab, but that's due to, I believe, the stiffer bushings of energy suspension. You feel more of the rattles, but I really don't complain because since it's polyurethane and not rubber, I mean there's no deflection. But I mean I feel that's good because the moment you need, like, it's the sway bar's gonna act quickly and there's not gonna be a delay before it handles versus rubber. You get me? I don't know how to explain it, but there's, yeah, you get more noise, but I feel the takeaway is the faster response. And here's the sway bar I got from them. It was $75. As you can see here. These bars fit 99 through 04, maybe 05 Super Duties, S250s, 350s, 450s, Excursions with the Ford axle, the Sterling 10.5. As you can see, here it is. There's, you can see, Ford manufactured axle. I called them up and we messaged through email and stuff, and they have an excellent customer care team. They respond quickly and very friendly. They were very helpful in getting the parts shipped out quickly, but due to the fact that I bought it during New Year's, it was delayed. But that's because New Year's, they take the days off. And here we could see, here's their eBay page. I highly recommend you go search them up here on eBay and see if they have the parts you're looking for. They have excellent prices, and especially for you guys that want the sway bars, make sure you email them or call them up, see if they have any in stock, and for them to get, for you to buy them and get them shipped out to you. They have a huge inventory, being that they have 2 locations, 2 junkyards, and I highly recommend them. Here's the next page. They have different things. As I was saying, it's that's where I source my stuff, and it just makes a huge impact on the way the vehicle handles, being if it's pickup or the Excursion. I mean, not only the safety factor is there, but it just makes the truck more enjoyable, and it's better. Yeah, you have confidence with letting other people use it, knowing that it doesn't feel as big of a truck as anymore without it. Like, for example, now I drive it. Before, my dad used to. Like, I drive it now to test drive it, and it feels good versus before it felt huge. Now it feels more nimble. Like, it goes where you want it to, and I feel that's a safety. I might be repeating stuff, but I don't know how to explain it. I hope I get to do a video of like before and after, but that's how I got mine. And I hope this video helps you on where I source my stuff. And I just want to take the time to tell you guys and the people who provided it: Cousineau Auto Parts, Tasca, and Energy Suspension, who provided the bushings. Let me just pull up the bushings that I got. They were bushings. Energy Suspension. I know this is gonna be a long video. Okay, I found them. It's Energy Suspension part number 4.517187G, 30mm rear sway bar set. Comes with packets of grease, the ending bushings, all the grade 8 hardware with the washers. And I hope this video helps you. Thank you much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share. For other friends and family that have these Ford series trucks.